Okay, this is question 4b from the WJEC Additional Maths 2015 paper. For this question, we're asked to find the equation of the straight line perpendicular to DE that passes through the midpoint of DE. We have to express our answer in the form AX plus BY plus C equals 0, where A, B and C are integers. Whole numbers positive or negative, that's what that means. So the 2 points D and E, 622 minus 414. So I'm just going to write those down. 622 minus 414. Because we're going to use these to help find our equation of the straight line. Now, to find the equation of a straight line, any straight line, we're going to use y equals mx plus c. What we need in order to find everything, we need to find m and we need to find c. To find m, if we know 2 points, we use the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Remember, this was x1, y1, x2, y2. So putting those values into the formula, the difference in the y's divided by the difference in the x's will give us m, our gradient of our straight line. So that's 14 take away 22 divided by minus 4 take away 6. And that's going to give me minus 8 divided by minus 10. Minus divided by minus is a plus. 8/10 can be simplified to 4/5. And that's the gradient of DE, not the gradient of the straight line perpendicular. We're going to use that in a minute to work out the gradient of the straight line perpendicular. Okay, so the rule we're going to use is this. M1 multiplied by M2 equals minus 1. The product of the gradients of a straight line and any perpendicular straight line to it always equals minus 1. So if we multiply the two gradients together, you should always get minus 1. So we're going to use that now. We're going to use that as M1. So 4/5 times M2 equals minus 1. So M2 equals minus 1 divided by 4/5. And that gives you minus 5/4. You can put on a calculator if you need to, but basically if you think about it, minus 1 divided by 4/5 is the same as minus 1 times 5/4. That's when we divide by fractions. So that's the gradient of the perpendicular line. Now we also need a point. Once we have m, we substitute in a point that lies on the line, and then we can work out the y-intercept. Now the point that lies on this line is this midpoint of DE here. Now the midpoint of DE is basically adding up the x coordinates and divide by 2, and adding up the y coordinates and divide by 2. So let's work that out. We have 6 plus minus 4 divided by 2, and we have 22 plus 14 divided by 2. Move this up a bit, speed this up a bit. That gives us 2 divided by 2 is 1. That gives us 36 divided by 2, which is 18. So that's the point that lies on our line, because it goes through the midpoint of DE. So we have the point on our straight line, and we have the gradient. And then we can use that to work out C. So if I write y equals mx plus c, that's my x, that's my y that's going to go into this equation, and that's my m. And I can use that to work out c. So we have 18 equals minus 5/4 times 1 plus c. Plus 18 equals minus 5/4 plus c. Add in 5 over 4 both sides, 5 quarters. Well, 5 quarters is 1 1/4. Add that to 18, you get 19 1/4 equals c. So the equation of the straight line now is y equals minus 5 over 4x plus 19 1/4. But we haven't finished because they want us to write our answer in the form ax plus by plus c equals 0. So I just got to do a bit of clever rearranging so that looks like that. Well, basically what I'm going to do is both of these terms here, the x term and this constant term, I'm going to move over to the other side with y. So I'm going to add 5 quarter x to both sides, and I'm going to take away 19 quarters and 1/4 from both sides, leaving 0 on this side. And on this side, if I add 5 1/4 x, then I get 5 quarter x plus my y minus 19 1/4 equals 0. So let me just say that again. All I've done is added 5 quarters to both sides. That puts it over this side with the y, gets rid of that one. And I've taken away 19 1/4 from both sides. You can see it there on this side with the y, and it cancels out that one on this side, leaving 0. Now that is in the form ax plus by plus c. But hang on a minute, I haven't quite finished, because it says a, b and c are integers. Now, integers are whole numbers. I've got fractions here. Now luckily both fractions are quarters. So all I need to do is multiply the whole equation by 4. So times everything by 4. Times it all by 4. Times this by 4, you get 5x. Times the y by 4, you get 4y. And times 19 1/4 by 4, well, 19 times 4 is 40, 76, and 1/4 times 4 is next to 1, so it's minus 77 equals 0. And now I have finished. There's my ax, there's my by, there's my c. A, b and c are all integers. They're all whole numbers, positive or negative. Thank you very much.